Hello, myself, I'm here making the video. So I tried to make this video on January 20th, which is Day of Acceptance, but I am the biggest procrastinator in the universe probably, and so I didn't have enough time how I wanted to have, and the video just didn't work out, and I kind of didn't give myself enough time today either, but story of my life, something to work on. But anyways, I wanted to make a video all about my journey with acceptance and, you know, where I've been with it and where I am with it today. Now, if you saw my last video, in it I answered the question, if there were to be a cure, you know, for my spina bifida, would I take it? And in that video I answered yes. If you want to know more of my answer in depth, you can go watch my last video. And so this video today isn't to take back my words or to, you know, go against what I said. I'm very much sticking to what I said, and I very much, you know, feel that what I said is still what I want to be said about the answer. But this video is, you know, to share that, you know, no matter that answer, I still very much, you know, accept myself, and I just wanted to share my journey with acceptance with y'all today. So I feel like when I was a child, I didn't really like think much about, you know, having spina bifida, you know, having uneditability. Oh, I can't speak. However, I remember there was one day or night where I went into my parents' bedroom because they were there just hanging out, and I don't know what happened. I swear to you, like a little flip just switched in my brain, and I started like crying, and I was like, why can't I walk, or something along the lines of that. And my mom mainly like took over the conversation, and she was like, listen, honey, some people can't talk, some people can't hear, some people can't see, some people use glasses, and her point in that was that, you know, everyone has, you know, an irritability that they, you know, are dealing with. No one is born perfect, and you know, sometimes your irritability is just a little bit more challenging than others. But, you know, regardless, you know, none of us are born perfect, and we all have something that we're dealing with. And I think that was like a really, you know, important thing for me to hear, especially like at a young age, because like it really made me feel like, you know, I'm not alone, and, you know, I'm not the only one going through things. And so I think you know, I was good for a while, you know, having that in the back of my mind. But then I became a preteen, and, you know, when you're a preteen, you're already, you know, going through puberty, and you become very self-aware. And yeah, I started to become like very self-aware of, you know, my differences, my spina bifida, my, you know, irritability. And I remember that like I became just very shy and awkward. I mean, I still am, but even more so back then. And yeah, I wasn't really accepting of my situation. And I remember that, you know, around this time, you know, MySpace came out, and I had my MySpace, and I wouldn't, you know, show pictures, you know, in my wheelchair or with my crutches, or, you know, show my leg braces or none of the sort. So if you didn't know about, you know, my spina bifida in my real life, you didn't know about it at all. And especially when like guys would message me, I would make it a point for them to like, you know, get to know this like fake persona of me. And I remember I would really want to have them know that I was like super active and super, you know, athletic, and that I love to not only walk a lot, guys, but run. And I can walk with crutches, but running is just not a part of my life. It is non-existent. I can't run to save my life, so yeah. And also I'm not very athletic, so all in all, I was just lying. And in my head, I was like, well, if they don't know, you know, that I have, you know, spina bifida, that I have this, you know, irritability, then they're not gonna like, you know, shut me down because of it, and they're gonna get to know the real me. But that was a stupid thought, because they weren't getting to know the real me. They were getting to know some fake person who was apparently very athletic and loves to run. And thankfully one day I realized that I was just, having people, know a fake person of me, and I stopped the fake persona, and I started to, talk about the real me. I started to, post pictures, in my wheelchair with my crutches, and, showing my leg braces. I started to share about my life with spina bifida, and like all I go through with it. And I started my YouTube channel. And, yeah, since then I've shared a lot about myself. And so, now that, like, so much of my life is on the internet, clearly, like, not everybody knows about me. I'm not Beyonce. But because my life is so out there on the internet, I don't like to, lie about what I go through. With people that come to my personal life, I very much try to make it a point for them to know, if not everything, the most important things about me, especially those that I'm close to. And, yeah, I've had a long journey with, getting to, where I am today with acceptance, but, I'm not saying I'm, like, where I fully want to be. I'm not at the top of acceptance. I don't have it, like, fully figured out, and I never want to, like, make it seem like I do, because I'm still very much growing every day, and, I'm still very much learning to accept things, that I go through, that I deal with, that I am. But, I'm just grateful that I'm so much more, ahead than, where I used to be. And, yeah, I'm just grateful that you're all in my journey, and, that you let me, tell you my life, my story, and that in turn you guys share with me your journey and your story. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, it's been a roller coaster of a ride. My whole life is a roller coaster, I always say, if you keep up with me well. But going back to my previous video, even though I do answer truthfully that I would, take a cure if there ever were to be one, I still, wouldn't take back the I wouldn't, I wouldn't, want to, I guess, erase the experience that I've had with having, spina bifida, having my disability, because I feel like it's made me into, like, a better person than I would have been without it. I don't know if I shared this on the internet, but I know I've shared it with, like, a few people that I've been close with. I feel like if I hadn't been born with spina bifida, or, my disability, I would have been, like, not as, what's it called, accepting as I am, or, I just feel like I would have been, like, not a great person, without it. And I don't know why I think that, but I've always had that thought in my head. I don't know why, but yeah, I feel like it's something, like, humbled me down, and it's made me more accepting and open to differences and different people and diversity, which is something that I'm very passionate about. Like, I feel like I'm a very accepting and open person, and I really hate and I hate people who are not accepting of different people. If you keep up with me on social media, then you may know that, because I'm constantly saying that I hate people who are X, Y, and Z. And yeah, so regardless of if I would take the cure, I wouldn't change having lived the experience that I have with, my spina bifida, with my disability. And yeah, it's taught me a lot. It's given me a lot. It's definitely been a gift, regardless of all the struggles that it's given me, and, all those doubts. And yeah, that's how it is. But anyways, that is my story on acceptance, my journey on it. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below your thoughts on this video. I would love to, you know, read about your journey with acceptance, if there is one, where you've been with it, where you are with it today. And yeah, share if you find this video worth sharing, and subscribe so you can make new videos where I definitely can't talk ever. Anyways, that is it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.